So, this is the first recording of Cinese Raundry Radio, and right now I have Ibanez from DeviantArt. Actual name Ben Montoño. Is that correct?
Montaño.
Montoño. Awesome. That's actually my favorite character from The Princess Bride.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna cut the shit here and get right to it. How did you become just get on DeviantArt?
Well, I mean, as it states on my webpage, it started about 3 years ago when I'd actually bought my first camera, and I just started taking pictures of just random goings around, like my house area, or just going around town. But then I guess I lost my shutter button. Kind of random feeling. You know, when you buy a camera, you feel like you got to take all the pictures in the world, and then after a while,
Yeah.
that kind of dies down. So,
And you live in Arizona, so that probably had a lot of interesting pictures.
I have a picture of two pigeons fighting over some kind of Italian meatball, which is weird, but.
That's actually a really good picture to just catch right off the bat.
Yeah, it's certainly not the worst thing I've ever done with my life.
Okay, then what is the worst thing you've ever done with your life?
Like, you want to say not safe for work?
Yeah, sure, we'll go not safe for work. NSFW.
Okay. Well, I accidentally, and this was about maybe 6th grade. I guess everybody was into the whole, pantsing or de-pantsing thing where they would just take your shorts, pants, whatever you're wearing, and just pull them down.
I've been pantsed many times.
Yeah, I wasn't wearing a belt, and I was wearing really loose boxers that didn't fit me at all.
Oh, God.
And everyone got a view of my, for lack of a better, my not-so-manhood. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Did you did you hurt the guy who did that?
No. I mean, I was a skinny kid, and obviously everyone could see how small of a man I was, so I was just beyond all recognition. It was awful.
Did you stay away from school for a while after that?
No, I couldn't. Because there's this law where you have to show up for work or for school, and if you don't, the cops actually come to your house. So I had to go to work the next day, and everyone just gave me trouble about that.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's no good.
No.
What are you doing if a cop shows up at your house while we're at school? Because another kid passed me.
Yeah, they showed him my wiener.
The teacher stared. I was scared.
Honestly, I've never run into that problem, so I honestly couldn't tell you, but yeah, I'd rather face the cops than everyone else talking about my wee. So that's how that happened.
Okay. What?
Back on track.
Yeah, back on track.
Yeah.
You guys know you can talk, right?
Oh, yeah.
Really? I thought we were banned.
Yeah, Mr. Neo-Nazi over here.
Zion.
Thank you.
You're no longer
You
Shane.
know about
You're the
Moses?
Adolf to my Shane.
All right.
Wait, Ben, let me ask you a question. Can you hear me good enough?
Slightly, yeah. I want to
Okay.
get closer to the mic, though.
All right. I got a question. Who are you for, the Lunar Republic or Celeste Militia?
Well, I talked about this, I think it was a couple of days ago. Luna really hasn't had enough time to really develop as a character, and the episodes that she has appeared in, she's been she's had so many personalities, so it's really hard to say which one I like, more than the other. But flip of a coin, I'd say Celestia.
Good choice.
Going for that Molestian.
I'm a Luna guy myself, as is Alex.
I mean, the one that really had me deciding was the, what was it, Nightmare Night or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one was, I really liked that character, but the recent one, she was kind of
an old rotten bitch.
To a lesser extent, a stick in the mud.
Yeah. That's kind of why I like her character a bit better, because she's kind of like that sad little emo girl who sits in the back and doesn't have any friends, and you just want to befriend her.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if given the chance, I would give her like a giant hug. Non-sexual.
Yeah, non-sexual at the moment.
At the moment.
Get
to know each other first.
Depends on how much alcohol is consumed.
Oh, okay. That brought up a very fun new subject. What's your drink of choice?
Well, I've gone through many phases, just like something that goes through phases. Used to be a tequila guy. Then I got introduced to whiskey. But now my drink of choice is officially Applejack.
And why is that?
Because it's still at 40% alcohol by volume, and it doesn't really as much, and it has a really, really good kind of fresh picked apple flavor to it. And that's essentially why I chose that drink. And it's nice and inexpensive, so that's also another turn on.
Also, it's named Applejack.
Yeah, that was also like kind of 50-50. But it's named Applejack, so there you go.
Okay, James, you got a question for him?
No, I'm gonna save all the tough questions for later.
You gonna save all the tough questions for when Alex is ranting?
Yeah, for haymaker to the right, haymaker to the left. The usual.
All right.
Let me just conjure up a few ideas here, and you just take over for now.
All right. Well, yeah, we've got about 3 more minutes to interview Ben here. So, let me, okay, since I'm interviewing mostly DeviantArt bronies, I should go ahead and just make this a question for every pony right now. Who is your favorite pony and why?
Well, that's actually interesting, interviewer. At the very beginning of season 1, I actually used to like Fluttershy a lot. Not sure why, but that's just, I guess it was just her shyness, and then I was always a shy person, so I could really connect with her, but after a while it got kind of cliche shyness, like
Yeah.
the episodes featuring her, like she'd Rochelle, somehow she'd always find a way to go right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second she'd come out of her shell, she just goes right back to being shy.
Exactly. It's like a drug on caffeine, I suppose. It's like, hey guys, what's going on? Never mind, going back in my shell. Oh hey, what's going on? Going back,
Yeah.
So, as of late, I've been working about 6 days a week for maybe 3 months straight. So, haven't really had time to hang out with my in real life friends. So, just got this real hardworking ethic going on, and so that's when Applejack started getting my attention in a non-sexual way for now. And living in Arizona, there's a lot of Western kind of a here that there's a old Tombstone Studios here where Tombstone was shot and other famous Westerns.
I love Tombstone.
And so, yeah, being that she's wearing I guess in the show, I'm not sure if it's called a cowboy hat or a cowboy hat, but it's just that kind of got my attention
That's
too.
a good question.
That is a good question.
Cowboy or cow pony? Or cow mare? Cow mare hat.
Cowmere? Okay.
Cow mare hat.
That-
Yeah, we'll go with that for now.
We'll go with Calmare hat.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll become canon if anybody's actually listening to this.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
cow pilly
no
hat.
kidding, huh? Because the whole, I mean, I don't want to give away any spoilers here, but the Pinkie Pie episode in season 3 where she, like, made fingers of her inner lips was kind of like, the party movie by Hot Diggity Demon on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could see they're getting influenced by a lot of people, so you never know. They could be stumbling upon this.
They're catching on slowly.
Okay, if I ever interview Lauren Faust, I will personally, on camera, just wet myself. So
Seminal fluid.
I will start a live chat just so everybody can watch me pee my pants.
Oh, that's pretty attractive.
But we're running over time, but I know this might actually drag on what I'm about to say, but I really don't care. But I want everybody to know that you, Ben, were actually the one who inspired me to do this radio show / podcast thing. Why
So
you?
I was actually... Oh, go ahead.
Nah, you go ahead.
I was actually surprised because you had showed me your YouTube videos, and I was like, God, this guy has an amazing freaking voice. And you told me that you actually work as a, I guess, intern or whatever at a radio station. I'm like, you know, it clicked. Like, doesn't this guy make some kind of radio show, podcast, whatever? I don't know. So
That's good enough for me. I'll take your compliment on my voice, even though I do get that a lot. But it means something special coming from you, Ben. I love you.
thank you.
I love you.
I love you too, bro.
Any last questions?
Yeah, you ask us a question.
Any last questions? You have
Alright.
Anime Ninja, Leap Beat Odin, and Deluxe Revelation here. Scott. He changes it too much.
Well, I guess, where do you get your inspiration for, because I know you make a lot of origin stories about your own, canon, I guess, species, such as, the Draconian or something, the thing that Lightning Rain was,
Yeah.
like the whole story behind that, like, where do you get that inspiration from?
Well, around the time I first became a brony and first started riding, a few nights before that, I was standing out in this cold snow under a full moon waiting for Skyrim to come out. And when I picked up a copy of Skyrim and started playing it, I wanted to give that really good medieval feel for Calling of the Storm. And since I already have this insane obsession with dragons, I can name several different types of dragons right off the bat. But I guess I wanted to do something with Dragon Blood because of Dragonborn. But I didn't want to make it seem like a cheap knockoff of Skyrim's Dragonborn. So I kind of went my own route with it and just kind of tweaked it a bit. You can say that's theft or whatever, but I call it my own original story. And there are worse things out there.
Oh, yeah. Such as, I don't know if you've been to, the My Little Board for 4chan, but,
Oh, God.
there's that guy named, Seth something. I can't pronounce that correctly right now. I've, consumed too much alcohol. But he actually, he's one of the starters of, what was it? One of those fan-based pony websites. I think Equestria Daily.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's that one. And it's actually because of his influence and his weird obsession with Trixie that I guess Trixie, and here's spoiler here, she's gonna be getting an episode on in season 3.
So I'd say he's been raving about that a lot.
Yeah. And I guess his origins go where he's kind of known for liking dragons a little bit more than what most should in a human relationship should be.
Yeah. Okay, final question right here, because I've decided to just go ahead and make this a 20-minute with you. So, yeah, I can do whatever I want. But
Yeah.
I'm white. Actually, not. I'm Asian, but still.
So you're yellowish.
I'm a yellowish color. And there's a cat staring at me, and just to show how Asian I am, I'm going to cook that sumbitch. Not really, but still. Uh, for this next one, I want us to tell you about your OC and his story.
Oh, goodness. Which one? I have two.
Barrel.
Barrel.
Alright, so the origins of how he came to be?
Just anything about him. Describe his personality, all that fun stuff.
Well, at first I had wanted him to, well, I guess I should tell the story of how he came to be, is a friend of mine started a group on DeviantArt, and he had asked me, as soon as he created the group, he's like, well, I created this group, so, you know, you and someone else gave me the inspiration, so I want you to have your OC, your personas, or whatever the heck you want to call it, as kind of the leaders of the group. And I'm like, cool. And then I think for a second, I'm like, holy crap, I don't have an OC. So I go to the pony creator and I think off the top of my head, like, okay, what would I want? Okay, definitely not going unicorn or Pegasus, because that's too fancy for my taste. So I went Earth Pony and went like a typical, I guess, brown horse. I don't know what the heck those are called. And so I'm like, okay, I have this this brown horse with black hair. What else should I do? Being that I live in Tucson, Arizona, because we have different climates here, there's a lot of saguaro cacti here. So I thought, okay, well, that should be his cutie mark, which sounds weird when I think about it.
Yeah,
And,
I've had to work that out a lot, writing a serious story like Calling of the Storm, and then he's like, I killed a man, and I found out what my cutie mark was.
My special talent is killing people.
Doesn't it feel like a contradiction or something?
Yeah, it's just a tad bit of a contradiction.
Not very cute.
You've got this hard-ass dragon pony who is willing to put his life on the line for just about anybody he meets, and he has a cutie mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's complicated, but you know what?
It works.
It works. Like I said, I'm re-editing all back into the story, so I'm really thinking about using this brand that people get, or just maybe make it go for the Draconians. Just be like, oh, if you're Draconian, a symbol appears on you at whatever age.
That sounds good to me, because just saying cutie mark, because I could say it in my head over and over, but when I say it vocally or orally, whatever, oral sex, no, I'm just kidding. When you say orally, it sounds kind of funkadelic.
Yeah, I like that word.
Funkadelic.
Funkadelic.
It's a snazzy word.
So I created it took me exactly about maybe 15 minutes to create it, and just make a backstory about how, I mean, I didn't want to go all like Mary Sue or Gary Stu, whatever you want to call it.
Oh God, yeah. Those Gary Stu pranced through the field, and all of the beautiful women bowed to him.
Yeah, where everybody loved him, no matter where he went.
Yeah,
he went in the toilet. Yeah.
And then you've got Mary Sue, who's, oh, my parents abused me sexually. Please love me.
Yeah, no kidding, man. They can get pretty messed up.
Yeah, but James, I think you had one last question.
Yeah, Ben, I have one last question for me. And we all sort of think this is, since a new season is starting.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have our own favorite pony, and you, that being Applejack, how each of them develops over the season. What do you really expect or want to see from Applejack this season?
There was a lot of fan speculation with that. It was, because being with that person I had mentioned earlier, Seth, who actually got to meet a lot of the the crew who actually work on My Little Pony had a lot of influence as to why Trixie would return. So I'm thinking, I'm not going to see too much Applejack. I mean, in the 1-2 opener for the season, she did have a lot more lines than probably any other episode that wasn't featuring her. So I actually hope to see just more of a personality as opposed to just, oh, I'm working all the time, can't really do anything.
Yeah,
you know?
it seems that they're really trying to give a different perspective for the characters and adding a lot more background characters in this new season. I really like that.
Yeah. So I'm glad they gave her more lines, and I mean, I'm even hoping for an episode that shows, I mean, because we all know that they show that they have like an initial point to their episodes that, you know, there's a lesson to be learned for kind of like in a simplicity kind of sense. So I'm hoping maybe for her, they would have an episode where she tries to learn how to be not so hardworking all the time, and
Just to relax and enjoy the world.
Yeah, and then maybe like later on in the episode, she gets too in the ways of like too leisurely, you know.
Too lazy, too
Yeah,
calm,
like,
relaxing.
oh, I don't care. Like, all these apples are building up and blah, blah, blah. I
Forget
don't
these
care.
apples.
Yeah. But, you know, it's sad that I even hope for that, like some kind of cheesy,
Yeah.
like, don't be too lazy, but,
I could see them doing something like that, but that's really all my question really consisted of.
I guess what it boils down to is, everyone always thinks of her as a background pony since she's always just kind of,
Hard at work.
yeah, she's kind of the Hank Hill
Yeah, sort of busy,
character, yeah.
always doing something.
I really just got the image of the main six just standing in front of a fence post, just, yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You got the one to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, no kidding. So that's where I see Applejack going, where I hope to see
Yeah.
more episodes.
All right, well, we're going to move on to the next spot and end this video. And if you guys want to check out the next spot, the link is in the bottom below, or you can just probably find it on the sidebar. But please subscribe and listen to more. Any last thing to say, Ben?
Look both ways before you cross the road.
If you can't stand the heat, get out of the volcano.
Or Arizona.
Well, Arizona is a nice place.
It is. It's just probably hot, I'm assuming.
Well, it's about 76 degrees right now, and it's about 10:55.
Oh,
So,
Nice summer weather year round.
yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. So check out the next video.